Hi, welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. Another week, another sheep story, but not as dramatic as the week prior with Vito getting out. I think they save all of their hijinks until I'm actually over here and then try and outdo each other in front of me. So Vito and Hurley were both really pushing hard against a small section of the fence. Hurley was putting his head through and pulling really hard away, and Vito was then punching it with his head and lifting it up. And so then Hurley couldn't get back out again. So I tightened the wires and thank you to the commenter from last week who suggested this. And it had been done on some of the fence, but not all of the perimeter of the fence, was to run a wire really, really low to the ground and then clip the mesh to that, and then it won't lift up. So Adam helped me to run a very low wire, and then I went back along and clipped that mesh back to that low wire. And as I was trying to do all of this, Vito's continuing to butt the fence and wanting to be in and around and do all of the things. And then as soon as I was done with all of the clipping, all three of them did not care at all about that side of the fence or what was going on. They just all wandered off and started grazing elsewhere. That's why I said that I think they wait until they see me and then they're just trying, vying for my attention. We've had a bit more rain this week, but today is a really warm, lovely day. The grass out in the paddocks, since Adam has slashed a few weeks ago, is starting to grow. In some areas, you almost can't see the tracks where he has driven through, and it's just started to come up as quite long grass. So hopefully we will get a good hay cut at the end of summer. And there are a lot of birds around at the moment. It's sort of that real proper springtime. So many rosellas, really brightly coloured red, crimson rosellas, as well as the more multicolored eastern rosellas as well. So they're really, really pretty. And every morning I hear them singing their songs and sitting in the trees close to the house. We also have a family of ducks on the dam, and there's probably about 20 ducklings. So there's quite a little gathering of them, which is nice to see as well. Only a week now until the She's Crafty Yarny Day Out in Castlemaine. That's the 28th of October. So I have been busy finishing up the last of the dyeing of yarn. I spent quite a bit of time playing around with the stall setup that I'm going to be going with. Did lots of rejigging of how I'm displaying the different yarns and the different colorways. And that gave me an indication of the last few colors that I wanted to dye up. So this week I have decided on my setup. Everything is pretty much packed and ready to go because next week I'm going to be busy with supervising Year 12 exams. So I have to be ready this week with everything. So there's no real time next week except to pack the car and head up for the market. So I have just the last few yarns here that I've just finished drying that I need to reskein and label. I'll pack those into the tubs, and then I think I am going to be all set. So let me show you the last few colours that I did up. So I thought that I would see how I was going to display my DK and then look at sort of the rainbow that I had and decide where I needed to fill those gaps in. So I did another batch of Dusty Rose because pink. And I also did a batch of olive because I felt like I was missing a green in there. And then I hung all of my stock yarn and looked at the stock levels and what I had of each. And I decided that I needed to do some more ocean just to add to that summery colour. And I think it pairs really well with both Poolside Cocktails and Island Life, which were two of the summer colourways that I showed you in the past few weeks. And then I did some more Snozzberries because I find that this one's always really popular at markets, and I have a really nice sample of it knit up, and I needed to make sure that I had enough of that done as well. So I'm not sure what my recording schedule is going to be like for the next few weeks. Next week will be super busy because I am supervising Year 12 exams and then packing the car to go to She's Crafty. And then again, the next few weeks is going to be exam schedules during the week. So not the same amount of time to have done things around the farm or to have crafted. And there'll be no yarn dyeing either. But then there'll also be less time to actually sit down and record as well. I'm pretty sure I will put out some kind of episode the next few weeks though. If I don't, I'll put up a little notice on my YouTube page, but I'm pretty sure there'll be something each week. One thing I am planning to do will be a Q&A for for Passion Flower's birthday. So Passion Flower will turn 8 on the 2nd of November. And I thought it'd be nice to do a bit of a Q&A. So for you to ask me any questions about my business, about my inspirations, about my yarns, about the farm, pretty much anything. I'll censor anything that I feel is a bit too private or personal, but in general, I'm happy to answer any questions. So if you've got any, just pop them in the comments below and I will grab those. I've already asked out on Instagram and I'll probably ask on the Facebook page as well. And collect all those together and do a bit of a question and answer about all things Passion Flower to celebrate the 8th birthday. All right, crafting has been basically non-existent. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it right now. I kind of like the thought of it and I get my stuff out and I sort of sit it around me, but then I really have not been doing that much or feeling like it. I'll do like a repeat of the colorwork jumper that I've been working on or just sort of look at it for a little bit or look on Ravelry for patterns. Have not had a lot of actual knitting time. I have worked on my 2 at a time socks. And as you can see, I have actually just finished putting the heels in on both. So they have made some progress, but that is all that I have done knit-wise, craft-wise this week. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.